Ladies and gentlemen, success is not an accident. It is a series of intentional actions that we take every day. One of the most critical actions is educating ourselves. Let's face it, life does not reward those who sit back and wait for things to happen. It rewards those who actively improve themselves, who take control of their knowledge and use it to transform their future. You see, education is not just about formal schooling. It is about continuous learning and growth. Every single day provides an opportunity to become a better version of yourself. And education is the key that unlocks that door. In fact, if you stop learning, you stop growing. The world around you keeps changing, and if you don't keep up, you will fall behind. So, how do you win in life? You win by committing to educating yourself daily. The daily pursuit of knowledge will give you an edge in any area of your life, whether it's in your career, relationships, or personal development. Don't wait for someone to teach you. Take charge of your own education. The most successful people in life are not necessarily the smartest. They are the ones who continuously improve themselves, learn new skills, and challenge their thinking. Knowledge is the foundation of personal growth. Without it, you can't develop your skills or become the person you are meant to be. Seek new information every day. The more you learn, the more you grow. Success is not a big event. It is the cumulative result of daily efforts. By educating yourself every day, you ensure that your progress is continuous, even if it's just one small step at a time. Consistency beats talent. You don't have to be the smartest or most gifted. What matters is showing up every day, learning something new, and making improvements. Small, consistent actions compound over time and lead to massive success. No one becomes an expert overnight. Mastery comes with repetition, and learning something new every day builds your expertise over time. Don't rush the process. Embrace the journey of constant improvement. Your mind is the most valuable tool you have. Protect it and nurture it with the right information. Fill your mind with positive, powerful knowledge that will push you toward your goals. Education isn't just about learning facts. It's about challenging your thinking and expanding your mindset. The more you question your assumptions and broaden your perspective, the more you unlock your potential. Every time you educate yourself, you are investing in your future. Books, courses, mentors, these are all investments that will return far greater rewards over time. The best investment you can make is in your own growth. The world is constantly evolving. If you don't make an effort to educate yourself, you will fall behind. By learning new skills and ideas every day, you position yourself to stay ahead of trends and opportunities. Every new piece of knowledge opens up new doors. The more you know, the more opportunities you will have to succeed. Knowledge connects you with the right people, the right projects, and the right paths to take. The habit of daily learning shapes your mindset. When you make education a priority, you develop the mentality of a winner. You are focused, driven, and open to growth. And this mindset is what leads to long-term success. Personal growth is a process, and like any process, it requires the right ingredients. One of the most important ingredients is knowledge. Without knowledge, growth is stunted. Think about it. How can you improve, evolve, or reach your full potential if you don't have the necessary tools? Knowledge is the foundation upon which everything else is built. It's like the soil in which a seed grows. Without it, nothing can thrive. When you begin to acquire knowledge, you start to see things differently. You start to understand more, to question assumptions, and to challenge your current way of thinking. Knowledge opens up possibilities, gives you new perspectives, and allows you to make informed decisions. It's not just about collecting facts. It's about equipping yourself with the wisdom to navigate the world and make choices that align with your goals. The more you know, the more you realize how much potential you have to grow. It's almost like a light bulb turning on in your mind. Suddenly you see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. Knowledge doesn't just help you understand the world around you, it helps you understand yourself. It gives you the ability to recognize your strengths, identify areas for improvement, and chart a path to success. The beauty of knowledge is that it's accessible to anyone who chooses to seek it. It's not reserved for the fortunate or the elite. It's available to everyone all the time, and it's waiting for you to take the first step. By investing in your knowledge every day, whether through books, courses, or conversations, you actively participate in your own growth. But remember, knowledge alone is not enough. You have to take that knowledge and apply it. It's the application of what you learn that brings about real change. You can't just sit on your newfound wisdom. You have to use it, test it, and let it shape the person you are becoming. The more you use your knowledge, the more it strengthens your growth. And the more you grow, the closer you get to achieving the life you've always wanted. In essence, personal growth begins with knowledge, because knowledge is what fuels your evolution. It propels you forward, keeps you moving, and reminds you that the journey of self-improvement is one that is driven by a constant hunger for learning. Keep feeding that hunger, and you'll find yourself becoming the person you were always meant to be. Success is not a single event, a big break, or a moment of luck. It is the result of small, consistent actions taken every day. Too often, we look at successful people and think they were born with some unique gift, or that their success happened overnight. But the truth is, success is built little by little, step by step, through daily improvement. It's about committing to show up each day, doing the work, and getting just a little bit better than you were yesterday. Every single day presents an opportunity for improvement. You don't need to make huge leaps every time, but you must make progress. Success isn't reserved for the most talented or the most fortunate. It's available to those who are willing to make small, incremental improvements every single day. The key is consistency. It's easy to get caught up in the big goals or the end result, but success is really the sum of the little actions we take daily. Think of success like a snowball rolling down a hill. At first, it's small and insignificant, but as it rolls, it picks up momentum and grows bigger. The same applies to your efforts. The more consistent you are with your actions, the more momentum you create. Each small improvement compounds over time, creating a powerful force that leads to success. You may not see results immediately. In fact, at times the progress may seem so small that you wonder if it's even worth it. But trust that the little things you do every day add up. Every time you read a book, learn a new skill, or improve your discipline, you're putting a brick in the foundation of your future success. It's those small, seemingly insignificant actions that will eventually lead to the breakthrough you've been waiting for. Success is the result of the decisions you make today. Every choice, no matter how small, either moves you toward your goals or takes you away from them. If you're committed to improving daily, you will find that your progress is unstoppable. One day, you'll look back and realize that the consistent effort you put in each day has created the life you've always dreamed of. And when you do, you'll understand that success wasn't the result of some grand, life-altering event. It was the result of your commitment to daily improvement, one step at a time. Consistency is a force that can move mountains. It's not the flashy moments or the bursts of inspiration that lead to lasting success. It's the quiet, steady effort day in and day out that builds a solid foundation for a great life. Think of consistency as the secret ingredient in the recipe of success. It's the one thing that guarantees progress even when nothing else seems to be happening. You see, many people think that success is a sudden burst of energy, a lightning strike that changes everything in an instant. But real success is built on the power of doing the right things repeatedly over time. It's not about making one big move or taking one giant leap. It's about taking small, intentional steps every day that push you forward, no matter how slow it seems. The key to consistency is showing up, even when you don't feel like it. There will be days when you're tired, when you're discouraged, when you feel like nothing is changing. But if you keep doing the work, if you keep moving forward, the results will come. It's like planting seeds in a garden. At first, there's no visible sign of growth. But as long as you water those seeds, nurture them, and stay consistent, eventually you'll see the fruits of your labor. Consistency doesn't require perfection, it requires persistence. You don't have to get everything right all the time. What matters is that you keep showing up, doing the work, and improving a little each day. Over time, this compounding effect will create results that are far greater than anything you could achieve through sporadic bursts of effort. The beauty of consistency is that it turns ordinary actions into extraordinary outcomes. Reading for 20 minutes a day might not seem like much, but over the course of a year, those 20 minutes add up to a wealth of knowledge. Practicing a skill every day might feel slow, but over time, that consistency leads to mastery. It's the little things done over and over again that accumulate and create lasting change. Consistency is the difference between a dream that fades away and a goal that becomes reality. It's the muscle that strengthens over time, the habit that becomes second nature, the commitment that builds momentum and turns small actions into something powerful. The power of consistency is simple. It doesn't require genius, talent, or luck. It only requires a decision to commit to the process day after day, no matter what. And that's what sets successful people apart. They don't wait for the perfect moment. They don't wait for motivation to strike. They don't look for shortcuts. They simply make the choice to show up every day, to keep moving forward, and to stay consistent. And through that, they unlock the true power of growth, achievement, and success. Mastery doesn't happen overnight. It's not something you can achieve by reading a book or watching a video once. Mastery is a result of repetition, of doing something over and over again until it becomes second nature. It's like learning to play an instrument or ride a bike. In the beginning, you might struggle, you might make mistakes, but each time you practice, you get a little better. The more you repeat the action, the more ingrained it becomes in your muscle memory, your thinking, and your behavior. You have to understand that mastery is a process, and the key to that process is repetition. When you repeat something often enough, it becomes ingrained in who you are. It shifts from being a conscious effort to something you do automatically. Repetition is the bridge between where you are today and where you want to be tomorrow. It turns effort into skill, and skill into expertise. But here's the truth. Many people give up too soon. They expect results too quickly. They want to be perfect right out of the gate, but that's not how mastery works. Mastery is earned, one repetition at a time. It's not about getting it perfect on the first try. It's about showing up again and again, each time improving just a little more. And through that repetition, you'll find that you not only get better at the task, but also become more confident in your ability to accomplish it. Think about any expert or professional you admire. Whether it's an athlete, a musician, or a business leader, they all have one thing in common. They didn't get there by skipping steps or avoiding repetition. They got there by doing the same thing day after day, working on their craft tirelessly, refining their skills, and building upon their knowledge. Every expert was once a beginner, but they became experts because they made repetition a part of their daily routine. The key to mastery lies in embracing repetition. Don't fear it. Don't get frustrated with it. See it for what it is, a tool that shapes you, that molds you, that gets you closer to your goals. Repetition is the constant force that turns an average effort into an exceptional result. It's what separates the great from the good, the successful from the unsuccessful. When you commit to repetition, you commit to improvement. You understand that mastery is a journey, not a destination. You may stumble along the way, but each time you get up and try again, you become a little stronger, a little more capable, and eventually what once seemed difficult will become effortless. That is the power of repetition. It's the silent force behind every great achievement, and it's the path to mastery. Your mind is without a doubt the most powerful tool you possess. It's the engine that drives everything in your life, the choices you make, the actions you take, and the direction you head in. If you understand the power of your mind and how to nurture it, you can unlock incredible potential. Your mind can either be your greatest ally or your greatest enemy, depending on how you choose to use it. Everything starts with how you think. Your thoughts shape your reality. The way you perceive the world and the way you interpret your circumstances all stem from the power of your mind. And yet, far too many people let their minds operate on autopilot, reacting to life instead of controlling it. They accept the thoughts that come their way without questioning whether they are the right ones, the helpful ones. But the truth is, your mind is yours to control. You have the ability to choose the thoughts you allow to dominate your thinking. Think about it. The richest, most successful people didn't get to where they are by chance. They got there by cultivating the right mindset, by filling their minds with positive, empowering thoughts. They believed in their ability to create the life they wanted, and their actions followed that belief. They didn't rely on external factors to shape their reality. They knew that their mind was the key to their success. The mind is like a garden. What you plant in it determines what you harvest. If you fill it with negativity, doubt, and fear, you will reap a harvest of frustration, failure, and missed opportunities. But if you plant seeds of positivity, confidence, and hope, you will see a different result. It all comes down to the choices you make every day about what you allow to grow in your mind. Your mind is your greatest asset because it holds the power to create change, not just in your life, but in the world around you. It's through your thoughts that you come up with ideas, solutions, and plans. It's through your mind that you solve problems and make decisions. If you learn how to feed your mind with the right information, the right attitude, and the right belief systems, you will unlock a wealth of possibilities. But it doesn't stop there. Just as a muscle grows stronger with exercise, your mind grows stronger with use. The more you challenge it, the more you stretch its capacity, the greater its power becomes. Reading, learning, and exposing yourself to new ideas keeps your mind sharp and flexible. Your mind can adapt to new challenges, and it can generate innovative ideas that will help you achieve your goals. but it can only do that if you invest in it. You must feed it regularly with valuable knowledge and experiences. Remember, you can be rich in material possessions, but if your mind isn't wealthy with the right thinking, that wealth won't last. On the other hand, if you cultivate a wealth of knowledge, an abundance of positive thoughts, and a mindset geared toward growth, then no external circumstance can hold you back. Your mind will lead you to success, no matter what challenges you face. The mind is a treasure chest, and what you put into it will determine the quality of your life. The great news is that this treasure is accessible to you right now. You don't need to wait for the right circumstances or for someone to hand it to you. The power is in your hands today. The thoughts you think today will shape the life you live tomorrow. So, if you want to win in life, start by winning the battle in your mind. Your mind is your greatest asset. Treat it that way, nurture it, and it will repay you tenfold. To grow and succeed, you must constantly challenge your thinking. It's not enough to simply accept things as they are or rely on old assumptions and habits. Your mind is a powerful tool, but it can also be limiting if you don't stretch it. If you allow yourself to think in the same old ways, you'll only ever get the same old results. If you want more out of life, if you want to achieve things you've never achieved before, you have to push your thinking beyond its current boundaries. Now, challenging your thinking doesn't mean you have to throw away everything you've ever learned or change your entire perspective. It simply means you need to be willing to question what you believe to be true. You have to ask yourself, is this the best way to approach things? Is this the only way? Could there be a better way to think about this? When you challenge your thinking, you open up space for new ideas to come in. You free yourself from the constraints of past experiences and limited beliefs. You stop relying on autopilot and start taking a more deliberate approach to every situation. You begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You recognize patterns, solutions, and possibilities that you might have otherwise missed. Think about how often we settle into our own comfort zones, not because we're intentionally choosing to stay there, but because we haven't made the effort to expand beyond them. We accept the status quo and rarely think to question whether there's a better way, a faster way, or a more efficient way to do things. The world is constantly changing, and the only way to stay ahead is to constantly challenge your thinking. If you keep doing things the same way, you'll keep getting the same results. But if you challenge yourself to think differently, you'll open up new doors to success. Challenging your thinking is also about being open to feedback, new experiences, and different viewpoints. Sometimes you need to step outside of your own perspective and look at a situation from someone else's eyes. This doesn't mean you have to agree with every opinion you hear, but it does mean that you're willing to entertain the idea that there's more than one way to see a problem, to approach a solution, or to live your life. By doing so, you broaden your horizons and learn from others, which only makes you stronger. You must also understand that not all of your current beliefs and ways of thinking have served you well in the past. Some of them might be outdated, limiting, or even holding you back. Just because you've always thought a certain way doesn't mean it's the best way or the right way. If you want to evolve, you must challenge those old beliefs and replace them with new, more empowering ones. This is how growth happens. You challenge your assumptions, get rid of what no longer serves you, and replace it with a more powerful belief system that propels you forward. The process of challenging your thinking can sometimes be uncomfortable. It requires humility and courage. It requires the willingness to be wrong or to admit that you might not know everything. But that discomfort is exactly what pushes you to grow. It's the sign that you're stepping outside of your comfort zone, and that's where real growth happens. So, make a commitment to challenge your thinking every day. Question the old patterns, the old habits, the old ways of thinking that have kept you stuck in the past. Don't let your mind become stagnant. Keep it active, keep it curious, and keep it open to new ideas and perspectives. The more you challenge your thinking, the more you'll expand your possibilities. The more you challenge yourself, the more you'll discover what you're truly capable of. Investing in yourself is the most important investment you'll ever make. People often think of investments in terms of money, stocks, real estate, businesses, but the greatest return you can ever get is from investing in your own growth, development, and future. Think about it. The person you are today is a direct result of the decisions you've made up until now, and those decisions can be improved upon every single day. When you invest in yourself, you're laying the foundation for a future that is more successful, more fulfilling, and more rewarding. One of the most powerful things you can do for your future is to continually expand your knowledge and skills. The world is changing constantly, and the best way to stay relevant and capable is to learn. Whether it's through books, seminars, courses, or conversations with people who know more than you, every piece of information you gain is an asset to your future. People who are successful understand that they never stop learning. They don't wait for someone to give them the next step. They take the initiative to educate themselves. Every new piece of knowledge opens a door to new opportunities and possibilities. But investing in yourself isn't just about accumulating knowledge. It's also about taking care of your body, mind, and emotions. If your health is compromised, no amount of knowledge or skill can help you succeed. A healthy body fuels a sharp mind, and a sharp mind drives action. It's important to prioritize your physical well-being through exercise, nutrition, and rest. These aren't luxuries, they are necessities. Your body is your vehicle, and it's up to you to maintain it. Your emotional and mental state is just as critical. Invest in your mindset and attitude. The most successful people in life don't just rely on their intellect or talents. They are also masters of their thoughts and emotions. They understand that your mind can either be your greatest ally or your biggest obstacle. Invest in strengthening your mindset by surrounding yourself with positive influences, practicing gratitude, and focusing on the things that will propel you forward. The mind is where everything begins. If you have a strong, positive, and resilient mindset, nothing can stand in your way. Another crucial aspect of investing in yourself is building relationships. Your network, the people you surround yourself with, plays an enormous role in your success. Invest in relationships with people who will encourage you, challenge you, and help you grow. The right people will elevate you, and the wrong people will drain your energy and slow your progress. Take time to nurture meaningful connections. Spend time with those who inspire you, who push you to be better, and who genuinely care about your success. The relationships you invest in today will pay off tomorrow. And let's not forget about the most essential investment, time. How you choose to spend your time is a direct reflection of what you value. If you're not investing your time into activities that build your future, then you're investing it into things that won't bring you closer to your goals. Time is the most precious commodity we have. Once it's gone, you can't get it back. The most successful people are those who use their time wisely, who spend their days doing things that bring them closer to their goals, rather than wasting time on things that don't add value. Remember, every moment you invest in yourself is an investment in your future. Your future self is built by the decisions you make today. Every book you read, every skill you learn, every healthy habit you form, every meaningful relationship you build, it all pays off. The beautiful thing about investing in yourself is that the returns are immeasurable. You can never truly lose. Even if you don't see immediate results, the growth you experience will compound over time, creating a better, more capable version of yourself. Don't wait for someone else to make your future happen. Don't wait for the right time or the right opportunity. The time to invest in yourself is now. It doesn't require a large sum of money, just a commitment to your own growth and the willingness to make consistent effort every single day. When you invest in yourself, you're building the life you want, one decision, one step, and one day at a time. Staying ahead of the curve means more than just keeping up with the latest trends or technology. It's about maintaining a mindset that anticipates change and prepares for the future. Too often, people get comfortable with where they are, thinking that the world will continue as it always has. But if you're not looking ahead, you're falling behind. The world is constantly evolving, and those who succeed are the ones who stay proactive, who keep learning, and who prepare themselves for what's coming next. To stay ahead, you must first accept that change is inevitable. The marketplace shifts, industries transform, and new opportunities arise. The key to thriving in such an environment is adaptability. Being flexible and willing to learn new things allows you to turn change from something scary into something exciting. Instead of resisting change, you embrace it, understanding that it's a doorway to growth and opportunity. Staying ahead of the curve also means never settling for what you already know. The world is filled with an endless supply of knowledge, and to remain relevant, you must continue to educate yourself, whether it's through reading books, attending seminars, or networking with people who are more experienced or have different expertise. The more you know, the better equipped you are to take advantage of new opportunities. The more knowledge you accumulate, the more prepared you are to anticipate the next wave of change. Another important aspect of staying ahead is thinking beyond your immediate surroundings. It's easy to focus on your current job, your present situation, and what's right in front of you. But those who succeed long-term are the ones who think beyond the present. They see the potential for future trends and opportunities that others might miss. They think globally, not just locally. They think about where their industry is going, not just where it's been. Innovation is a key part of staying ahead of the curve. Successful people aren't just following the rules, they're looking for ways to break them. They think about how they can improve systems, how they can innovate processes, and how they can make their work, their product, or their service better. They're always striving for improvement, not because they're dissatisfied with where they are, but because they understand that staying static is the fastest way to fall behind. Being ahead of the curve also means taking calculated risks. Playing it safe might seem comfortable, but comfort is the enemy of progress. It's those who are willing to step outside their comfort zones, try new things, and take risks that end up ahead of the pack. Of course, this doesn't mean recklessness. It means being willing to try something different, test new strategies, and adapt as necessary. The key to staying ahead is also to keep a forward-focused mindset. People who are always looking ahead to the future are much less likely to get bogged down by past mistakes or setbacks. They use failure as a lesson, not as a reason to quit. They understand that every obstacle is a part of the journey, and it's how they respond to those challenges that shapes their future success. You also have to surround yourself with the right people. The environment you're in has a significant impact on how quickly you can stay ahead. When you surround yourself with forward-thinking, motivated, and innovative people, you gain insights and perspectives that push you to think in new ways. Your network becomes a resource that helps you stay in tune with what's next, what's changing, and what opportunities are on the horizon. The more you connect with others who are focused on the future, the easier it is to remain ahead of the curve. Ultimately, staying ahead of the curve is about being proactive, not reactive. It's about anticipating what's coming, preparing for it, and positioning yourself to take advantage of it. It's about continual learning, constant improvement, and thinking beyond the immediate. If you can do that, you'll find that the curve isn't something you have to chase. It's something you're always one step ahead of.